Channel 6 News.
But either way, it doesn't matter. It's got to be done one way or the other.
Stand by one.
And I'm Lisa Arledge.
Basically, of course, we, at about that time, Lisa and me are just getting to work, but already since 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning, Ted, the assignments editor, and the reporters and photographers have been already outside the station gathering the news. And basically at 1:30 we talk about what we have, what we want to do with this story, what story affects the most people, what are we going to lead with at 6 o'clock. Basically deciding the order and maybe finish up what angle we're going to take on a particular story.
Everybody's laughing at fish farming. No, I don't think it's funny. I think it's a viable alternative for an industry that we're not looking at. Look at the Southeast. Look what the Southeast has done with catfish farming.
Yeah, catfish is everywhere.
They had a lot of problems with the census. Apparently they're getting a lot of problems with the census. Just yesterday, well, we got the call from the Archer County postmaster, and Norma called late yesterday afternoon and said they have been swamped, as has the Abilene office who's handling North Texas, with all kinds of problems. So they're having a press conference this afternoon to try to iron this stuff out.
So when would be a good time to do it? Well, for my story, I want to actually follow someone because I need video.
Well,
We're
you're
gonna have to
actually
check.
follow a census person. You need to get Jared to check today when he's with those Abilene people because we ran into trouble with that because we didn't have permission from them. So get him today to get permission from them.
So do we want to do it as a crime scene?
Yeah, that'd be fine. See, what we need specifically is what kind of ID is to show them. They wear these gigantic badges. They have to carry all this stuff. The questions they won't ask, questions they won't ask, because I've heard in some cases, guys going in, looking at potential rape victims. Okay. And there's all kinds of stuff. Last but not least is Judge Overstreet. He's running for the Court of Criminal Appeals. Thank you. He's got a presser at 3 o'clock, too.
What are you thinking about lead-wise right now?
Severe weather.
Okay, say you don't have severe weather.
There will be somewhere in the area.
Yes, somewhere in the
Not be
area.
Wichita.
Let's say there is no severe weather in the area.
You're just trying to make this difficult.
No,
I mean, I
I
don't
think
know.
census can
Yeah,
go
we've
for
had
it.
a lot of
The
questions.
census affects everybody, and there's been so many questions about that.
Sometimes when people watch the news, they see the 4 anchors and maybe they'll see a reporter doing a stand-up and they think that's the entire news staff, but really that is probably, not even a half of the news staff, because there are so many behind-the-scenes people that do a bulk of the work but don't get near enough credit that they deserve. Our producer, Jill, she really has a lot of creative control over the newscast. She's the person who decides what the lead is, how long the story is going to be, whether it's the first story in the newscast or the last story in the newscast. And she really has a handle as to what goes over the air.
We have a report of a major 1050, be about 9 miles east on 287. Attention EMTs, we have had a major 1050, be 9 miles east on 287 in the lane toward Wichita Falls.
All right, thank you very much.
From Electra?
How about mine?
Jerry, didn't he?
He's with Jerry. Chris?
Chris. That's it. Jim Massey.
We're not sure we can do that.
We're not for 6.
Can't be 731 base to Jim.
Okay, you want me to catch that?
Please, if you can.
I can.
10-4. KLB 731 base clear.
Today we've got severe weather in the area, and we're hoping that it'll still be severe and be building up by around 6 o'clock. So that's what we're planning on leading with if it does indeed build up. If not, we've got a census story that Jerry's out on. He's on right now, and a lot of people have had a lot of calls on that, and a lot of people in the area have been concerned about it. So it's a good thing to lead with because it affects a lot of people. So that's what we're looking at now. Crime-wise, we don't really have anything going on. We've had one of our photographers is on a major accident right now, and that could turn out to be something if there are injuries. If not, then it probably won't be used in the newscast. We've gone on a lot of wild goose chases.
This will be coming up probably either on that wire in a second or on this wire.
All the way in from
Is that Bridgeport? Not our Bridgeport. Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Frank, I'll probably want you for a headline.
Okay, Jill.
You'll probably be my first one for severe weather. And since you've never been first before.
Okay, Miss Davis. I'll be your first headline.
Actually, the average age is about...
What are you working on today?
Organizer John Pierce says...
It's a consumer report about the proliferation of termites since there's been so much rain this year.
What angle are you taking?
What a homeowner can do to prevent them, how they can discover them, what they look like, how they can tell them apart from flying ants so that they don't get taken advantage of. I turn and motion to the house, and then I have another one where I don't. Tell me.
Careful planning, professional help, and a keen eye can keep your home from becoming one of the 650,000 American homes damaged by termites each year. Gwen Jones, Channel 6 News.
And I have one where I don't.
Was that home damaged by termites?
It's Chris's.
Oh, no. You don't use it if it wasn't damaged by termites.
Have you been able to hear anything?
No, just one was talking the other day. Saying the race for Texas Criminal Court of Appeals is boiling down to the death penalty
Yeah, it's on yours.
Jill, I did your stand-up teas.
So the middle one or an ending one?
I did one of each and teas or teas one or teas two.
Yeah! The producer's call. Judge Overstreet, the guy says he's in favor of the death penalty, his opponent isn't, and that makes him the opponent a bad guy. Yes. Yeah, here, I've got the script in there. Thank you. I would have my out in there, but I guess you won't need that now.
But I'd also like to come get some video of you at the phone bank and just ask you what you're hearing from people.
Let's go on now. 2700 left on down the street here.
They're supposed to be hanging up while they rescue them.
What all's not happening at 5:30?
Oh, 5:30, my gosh. Usually we have at least 2 or 3 things that still have to be edited. A few stories probably are being written.
If I can get an interview tomorrow, this is going to be a really good story.
What is it, 17?
Okay. Yeah.
140 of sheer genius. Shortly to fire, I promise.
A simple rule to follow: if you received a return envelope with your census form, mail it. If not, don't.
Headlines. Yeah.
Small baby dogs back in the 70s, really.
And if they say that they have mailed one in, we'll pick up another one.
Yeah, people see broadcast news and they see the anchors in the dressing room and they have a makeup person powdering their nose and someone teasing their hair, and that is about the farthest thing from the truth as anything. I mean, it's nothing like that.
Yes. 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 On the top, the first headline, he's usually the last one. So his last thing is I'll have the update.
Okay. News 2, 2, 3, news 2. Okay. Weather, 1, 2, 3, 4, weather. I got that freeze. Stand by on 2. Stand by 2.
This is CBS.
And you're up. Stand by 1.
And I'm Lisa Arledge. These stories are coming up next on Channel 6 News.
I'm Frank Mitchell. Severe weather continues to threaten parts of the Channel 6 viewing area. I'll have a complete update.
We're going to tape.
And will confusion in outlying areas mean a short census count in Texoma? Officials try to clear things up.
And I'm Rob McClendon. While cotton may be king in Texas, catfish may be the new crown prince. Those stories and more tonight on Channel 6.
Okay, then you're coming out.
Opens rolling. It's up one.
You're watching Channel 6 on KUZ TV, which is involved.
You're going to have to do all this quick. Sorry about that. Just stay right where you are.
Channel 6 News.
Two truck back real quick.
With Jerry May and Lisa Arledge.
You match the wide shot, one wide shot. There you go,
Frank
one.
Mitchell with
Left a little bit.
and
Hold
sports
one. Here
director
it
Mike
comes.
Steele.
Stand by 1.
This is Channel 6
Here it
News
comes 2.
at 6.
Stand by 2. Stand by to give me Frank 1. Give me Frank 1.
Texoma residents are taking cover tonight as
Just get as close
thunderstorms
as... No, don't focus. You already focused.
pound the area.
So for the latest, let's go to Frank Mitchell, right?
Hold.
Jerry and Lisa, although these thunderstorms have been short-lived, we do still have...
Do you or don't you mail in your census form? Census Bureau says not really.
Q.
A simple rule to follow: if you receive a return envelope with your census form, if not, don't.
Rob McClendon reports tonight the catfish industry is beginning to make a big splash.
Texas won catfish.
In tonight's 600 report, Linda Jones explains how to detect these flying destroyers.
I will take a freeze on Jerry.
These guys come out here, they were out
And we'll all be back here at 10 with the update. Enjoy reading.
We hope you'll join us then.
Here we come. 1. Hold. Good job.
Good job. Who was that?
Sure, guys.
Good job.
We take a lot of pride in what we do, and we're here to inform the public. And I know it's something that I appreciated when I was a kid and when I was in college. I could turn on the news, and I appreciated the work that the people did to get on the air and give me the news. And that's one of the reasons why I'm in the business now. I feel like I'm doing something, I think we're all doing something that's very important to the people in our community. And when the show's off and we're off the air, there's some satisfaction, there's a bit of relief, and we did it again, you know.
I think after a good show, especially because the anchors here are so involved in the show, we're not just reading the news, we're reporting, we're out there reporting. We've put together probably several stories for the show, and it is satisfaction, and it gives you a good feeling once the credits are rolling, and to know that you did have a good show and that everybody worked together and got a good product on the air. There are so many behind-the-scenes people that do a bulk of the work but don't get near enough credit that they deserve.